Welcome to the official AFL Fantasy podcast with the Traders.
G'day with the Traders. I'm Roy. I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
Coach of the Wandogs.
And Calvin.
Coach Calvinator.
Okay, boys, it is time. And anytime there's a new coach, I get
Strap
a
yourselves
little
in,
bit
boys.
more excited about a club that wasn't really doing a whole lot on the fantasy front, and that is the St Kilda Saints. Now, there's a couple of reliable guys at the top that I think under any coach would be successful, and that is the man of steel, Jack Steele. 111 last year. There was times where it didn't look like he was going to get to that.
No.
He did not look himself out there, especially...
Injury, that shoulder.
Yeah.
That drops his average.
Yeah,
it does.
Drops your tackles, drops his marks. He wasn't even leading up for his marks.
You know what, Roy?
He looked become accustomed to.
He looked bored.
He looked bored.
He didn't want to come back for it.
So anyway, that was following up from his year of 121 the year before. So I think Jack Steele, uninterrupted pre-season, he pushes back up towards that. So I think there's a bit of meat on the bone with Steele under any coach in the competition.
He's in my team as well.
Okay.
Top 8?
Top 8, yeah.
He's a top 8 midfielder.
Yep. Now, Jack Sinclair, amazing across
Wasn't he good?
halfback. The thing, there is always concern with someone that's playing that sort of sweeping halfback role that they go to every time.
Yep.
There's always a little bit more uncertainty about what a coach might do there. But I have faith in Sinclair and the way he plays, that he will maintain that 103 type average. So I still think he's a pretty safe pick despite Ross coming to the party.
Ross can wreck everything.
He certainly can.
Yep.
The guy I am most interested in at St Kilda, and like if you go for the Saints or you love one of those previous two, lock them in.
Go for it. Yes.
Base your team around a few players you like, and they are safe ones to do it with. The guy I am interested in is Rowan Marshall.
Row.
Yes. This is the talking point out of this team.
I think so.
Has to be.
It's going to be a talking point of the whole pre-season. And it's going to be so interesting to watch
watchers
throughout
will
the
need
season.
to be working hard on this one.
Big time with this one. So, as we know with Rowan Marshall, and if you don't know, we'll give you a quick education. If he shares the ruck duties, you can basically take...
He sucks.
20 points straight away off whatever he's going to score. All right?
Okay, yep, play on.
No, what do you want?
I was going to say, that was with Ryder.
100%.
So he was dropping about 20 points when he was sharing with Ryder.
Yeah.
And it was great when Ryder was out because he was 20 points better.
It wasn't great when Ryder was out. It meant he was injured, dog. God, you're a sicko.
Channeling a bit of Calvinator here at the moment.
You certainly were.
We don't have Ryder now anyway because Ryder has retired.
Okay, so people respectfully celebrated that. Like, we're not, like, well done.
Great career.
Well
Well
done. Yeah, exactly.
Now get out.
Now, it's plus 20.
Don't let the door hit your ass on the way
Do we
out.
have a bargain? Now, do we have a bargain? That is the question. So, Marshall moved into the basically sole ruck in the second half of the year.
Yep.
Numbers spoke for themselves. We're talking 700s in his last 9 games.
Yep.
4 of them over 115. One of them was a 163. Guess what happened in the last round?
Oh, tell us.
So you say 20. You say 20 points.
Yeah.
When he drops that when he's
generous,
rucking with
wasn't it?
someone.
Dum-de-dum, in walks Tom Campbell for some random game.
Dum-de-dum.
You know what?
After he's done a bit though, he's good in the VFL.
Disrespect.
He averaged
Tom,
112.
I apologise, Tom.
Dum-de-dum.
You walked in
Here he
normally.
comes.
Okay.
No wonder he got in there. This is what he did leading into that game.
thank
119,
you.
130, 122, 121, 157, 116.
Okay, so he
no
earned
wonder
a
he got a
game.
game. Back in your face, Roy.
He earned a game. And him earning a game and being mainly seen as a ruck, even though he has proven he can go forward in the VFL and kick a goal. So I just need to get off Tom's. He deserved that game.
Give him a bloody game, Roy.
Now,
Jeez.
Rowan Marshall, I think they would see as the better forward out of the two. So he spent more time forward. After averaging so highly over the last 7 or 8 games, I could not foresee that even a shared role could drop his score to 47.
No. Makes you want to throw up in your mouth.
It does make you want to throw up in your mouth. Now, imagine if you pick him, right, as your ruck,
Jeez.
and round 2, dum-de-dum-de-dum.
Dum-de-dum-de-dum.
Tom's coming off another massive VFL game in.
Yeah.
Rowan Marshall will then definitely play more forward because Max King injury has been thrown in this mix, something chronic, and really has caused issues.
Now, that is not an injury I wish for.
No,
I did not
definitely
wish
do
that.
not.
I like
We
Max.
want King playing.
Yes.
that would more likely mean Marshall in the ruck.
Yes.
It would more likely mean Tom
Dum-de-dum.
absolutely shredding
Yeah.
in the VFL.
Our first pick in
That's
VFL
when-
Fantasy.
Yeah.
And then we are all happy
Go.
when those three things are happening.
Yes.
Max out, flow on effect, hit
Yeah.
your throat cow because it is danger.
It is. Okay.
Now, I want to start him. This is like the type of thing that I get really stubborn on, and I want it so bad that
Yeah.
the hint of it being remotely safe, and I would just want to launch into it because I'm a massive Marshall
Yeah.
fan. But you cannot deny the risk here, and we're even talking about it this far out,
Yeah.
and it is so likely going to happen.
Okay, we need press conferences, people asking
We do.
Ross about the ruck situation and whether...
And how much can we even listen to Ross?
Well, that's the other thing.
Notorious for fibs.
His last name's Lyon.
Well, exactly.
What do
It's
you
not like we're not
expect?
getting enough warning signs.
I
here.
know.
So, the other name I want to throw into the mix here was Jack Hayes as well.
Yes.
So,
Yes, good
did
point.
his ACL. He only has forward status.
Like he
Does he
played
come
really
in?
well when he was.
Could he be the forward option
Yes.
Yes, he could.
Because he was definitely.
if he's ready? Like, and that's the
that's
thing.
where he was
knowing
more
where
at
he's
home. Anyway, like he was getting dominated
Yep.
really in the ruck.
knowing when his when his return is,
So
that
that's
could help
another-
the Marshall.
Gosh,
thing. and
it's
Campbell
just-
can stay VFL.
It's very frustrating. See, you've plucked that, and it's very relevant, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But there's so many things that have to
Okay.
be
Oh,
in line here.
there's a lot going on.
for this to be
Okay.
workable.
If you think you're frustrated, you imagine Tom listening to this. He's like, boys, what more do I need to do? I'm
And-
pumping out 150s in the VFL.
It's a
You're
valid-
calling me dum-de-dum-de-dum as I'm
And he's
walking
been
around.
getting HDs at uni, and you're calling him dumb.
And
Right.
Yeah.
why can't I get a game? It's
Can we-
because we want Marshall, mate. We're selfish.
I was hoping we had the wrong backdrop, so we had to start again.
Because that's happened a few times.
I wouldn't have said all that stuff.
Right, no, but he's a jet. We get that.
Yeah.
But there's only enough room for one.
Now, a draft slider, despite having another good average, 106, is Brad Crouch. He always seems to slide if you're doing a draft with people that know what they're doing about. They always go safer options under Brad. But he actually has put games together. There's always that. He carries too much of a red flag due to injury when he's actually put a couple of good seasons together where he's been on the park. The reason he might slide this year is he misses that first round.
Yeah, okay.
So, like, do you factor that in on draft?
No, not really.
You don't care about round one. No, actually, you definitely don't. Your team had so many. They came good. So
Oh,
you're
yeah.
a good advocate.
Hey, got the final.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't win it
right.
though, did you, Cow?
Slow and steady. I didn't
you
want to have to
bump someone
organise
down?
the day, dog, did I?
Do you bump
No.
someone down if they're missing round one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Through suspension, not as much
No,
as injury,
no.
of course, because injuries can turn into bigger ones. But yeah, no, I would take
Yeah.
that into account.
Right. Now,
Brad Crouch.
I'm not taking him at his.
Brad went 115 in his last 7.
Yeah.
109 after the bye.
yeah.
Thing
he
is, that
on
was an
fire.
outlier almost of a year though for him. That's his best year for a while.
Well, every year's an outlier for him, is it? We say it every year with him.
He averaged 95 the year before that.
Yeah.
That's 10 points up.
Yes, but
See, this is the conversation. It always goes this way with Brad Crouch.
dog's a hater.
He'll get disrespected.
I'm a lover.
I just don't. You don't have to find upside in every single player, mate.
Why?
Look at the way Brad finished. He was back to pig mode.
He was.
We can tell ourselves all these stories.
127 in his last 4. That's elite.
All right. Now, in terms
Ross
of
Lyon doesn't like ball magnets.
He likes Brad.
in terms of a rookie, I think we have one in young Philippou.
Yeah.
Forward mid, which
Bit of a
means
legend too.
obviously we can
Yeah, play around with that.
chuck him maybe even on the ground as a forward. I think he's got the credentials that we may consider doing that. He's got a bit of height about him. He's no giant, but he's 192, so he's one of those ones they'd refer to as a taller...
giant to me.
A taller mid.
Yep.
But he has actually shown that he can go forward and take a grab as well, and given the injuries in their forward line, he might actually sneak a game early doing that. But as far as his numbers go, in the under-18s, averaged 28 touches, 7 marks, 5 tackles.
Yep.
So we can get it done.
Yep.
I know it's in the unders, but like we always say, the the guys that find the pill in the unders seem to, the elite ones, they come in and find it. Like, they just get it done. So I think at the, obviously a rookie price and the chance, I think, to get games early, I reckon he's someone we really need to watch.
Agree. I think we also need to keep our eye on Nick Caulfield as well. So is a defender, 373.
I know, he's getting down a rookie price.
Did not play last year, therefore priced him about a 43. In the past, he's gone like a 78, 61-ish. So a little bit there.
I know.
A little bit there. Not a lot.
So it's like a Miller pick from last year.
It is. But I guess just track pre-season, make sure he's fit and healthy, running around, and then make a decision.
What about Hunter Clark?
Yeah.
So
draft
Hunter,
especially because he's priced a little bit higher in Classic, but
is.
draft, he's got a 54 next to his name.
Every year we talk about this bloke.
Look, the thing with
injuries,
Hunter, so even in Classic, because he's not, it's not really a reflection of the disaster. His price isn't a reflection of last year's disaster. However, if he plays up the ground, even at this price, like if Ross says he is playing in the middle, on the wing, we've seen what he can do. He can be a 90 guy.
Yep.
Yeah, it could be.
But I know it's a big call given what we've seen, but his best is great. His potential's there if he gets a run at it. We're not starting with him at 604, but like you said, Dog, if you're picking him up late in draft, as a defender, the upside is big.
Couple of DPPs. The one that I think he's a good chance to make my side, Brad Hill.
Oh, as if!
You are not.
He's moving to a wing.
I know he's moving to a wing.
He is now under Ross Lyon.
Oh, God.
When he played on a wing under Ross Lyon,
will not.
he averaged 94.
Oh, my.
And he has got, what's he got next to his name? 75. There he is, 19 points.
75. Yep.
Upside.
He's forever averaged about 70.
He did 94 on a wing with Ross.
When?
At Freo.
When?
About 15 years ago.
I can't even visualise him. What?
Okay.
Oh, my.
All right, other DPPs then.
What chance are you to pick him?
Some chance.
No, you're
In
not.
draft, I will.
0 chance. Can't keep covering everything with a draft.
You're a liar.
He,
Both
Brad Hill was on the flight back from Bali with me. And
Here he goes.
Oh, name.
That's why he's picking, with me, yeah.
Got chummy with him.
No, well, I did because we got off the plane. It was the end of draft night.
Yep.
Not draft night, trade night.
Trade period,
yes.
yep.
And trade period, and we're getting off there, and I load up the phone on the little escalator going up there and talking to my partner who didn't really care about it. Go, Tom Mitchell ended up at Collingwood. And this bloke turns around, really? Brad Hill.
Don't tell. Was it Brad Hill?
Brad Hill.
Oh, my God.
So we were just going,
Did not see
I
that
didn't know
coming.
it was Brad Hill.
Brad Hill was there. Anyway,
Wow.
we talked about that, going, yep, cool.
Cool story,
Yeah.
Hansel.
There you go.
Okay.
And that's now why
So
I'm
that's
picking
why he's
him my
picking
side.
Brad Hill.
No, the other one's Jake Gresham. When does he? Is that what he's at? That 84?
Look, if you were going to do it, it was the start of last year.
Yeah.
Gresh, I think.
You've missed the boat.
Yeah.
I think so.
He went up 11. That's fine.
It was. It turned out to be
And he played
a
well.
solid
It was a
pick.
great pick.
Yeah.
And for keeper leagues, Ryan Burns apparently has a lot of potential.
Burner. I do hear his name.
He's got mid-forward status now.
Okay.
Yeah, nah.
No.
Yeah. There's not much else there, is there?
It's the marsh. It's all about the marsh.
It's all about what's happening. And we've got to just watch and see what Roscoe does.
Yeah, we do.
Ross the boss.
Okay. Jack Steele, 111. What do you see him averaging?
Yeah, that bit higher, 115.
Yeah, 115.
Yep.
Dog?
Yeah, I can't put a number on it.
Dog doesn't like
About
pills.
that.
Yeah, about
I
that.
think, yeah.
Jack Sinclair, safe to tick over triple figures again?
Just.
I'm not.
He's about that. I'm going to say, I reckon that's his max.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's any more than that.
A pretty bloody good improvement that year, wasn't
It's
it?
a huge improvement.
Yeah.
23.
Yeah, it's very good. Marshall, what's the average? Priced at
Once again,
91?
depends. If he's
Anywhere between 75 and 115.
115,
That's what he could go, couldn't he?
Sol Ruck, he could do that 110. Yeah.
I give him. Yeah, okay, I'll take that. I'll give him 105 max.
Could he beat Tim English as the number one ruck if
Yep.
all goes well
Too right,
for
he
him?
could. There's no reason at all why he couldn't. Just check out his scores when he was solo. They were ridiculous. English is good,
What happens if
There's a
Tom
bit of
Campbell
water
goes
that needs to go
down
under
in
the bridge.
He goes down the twos?
Yeah.
My God.
Then Marsh is a safe pick.
Safest pick in Australia.
He is.
Yeah. 100%.
Don't wish things, Cow.
I didn't
You
do
aren't a
it.
very nice person.
You gave him the dum-de-dum-de-dum.
No, I hope he has a great year and they play together.
Do not.
I do. I just go pick someone else and cheer them both
Well, there
on.
you go.
Yeah.
And that's exactly right.
That's what you just do.
Thanks for tuning in, Tom.
That's St Kilda. They're done. And so is Roy's career, I reckon, throughout this. Find our content at afl.com.au/fantasy. Listen to the podcast. Every couple of days, our club previews are dropping via Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you listen to podcasts.